Hey everybody, today I want to talk about asparagus. Asparagus comes up very early in the spring and it's one of the vegetables that you can harvest the earliest. It's packed full of vitamin B and C and calcium and iron. Really, really good for you. Asparagus is really easy to plant and it's even easier to maintain. Once it's established, you really don't have to do a whole lot with it. I'm going to take you through the different steps of growing it, but it's going to be more of a do as I say and not as I do. And the simple reason for that is I have a very limited space, and so I'm going to be crowding mine, which you're not supposed to do. Asparagus is best, it grows best if you plant it about 2 feet apart, but mine's a lot closer than that. And one of my problems is I had transplanted my asparagus that I'd started about 1.5 years ago. It had been right about in here, and it was kind of blocking the sunlight, and I just wanted to move it to the back of the garden. So I stopped watering it so that it would go dormant, and then I moved it to the back of the garden, and I'll show you what that looks like now. And when you grow asparagus in your garden and you go out and you pick it fresh, it tastes so different than the asparagus that you buy at the store. There is no comparison whatsoever. So I'm going to tell you how to grow your own asparagus. The first thing that I like to do is get the crowns and put them in compost tea. Let me show you how I do that. Now, making compost tea is really very easy. I'm just getting some compost that I've made here in my garden. Don't even need that much. This is plenty. I'm going to put it in this little cup. Give it a few minutes to dissolve. So this is how they usually come. They have a rubber band around them. You just take that rubber band off. See if I can do it with one hand. There we go, and there should be 4 of them. There's 1. 2. I think I got an extra one. 3. 4. And this little bitty guy here. Okay, so I'm going to put my compost tea in this bowl. And stir it around really good. Make sure it gets nice and diluted. It's not the prettiest mixture in the world, but it's very, very good. And it gives the plants an extra boost. Just going to lay them down in it. And probably add just a little bit more water when I'm finished putting them in there. Actually, that's good. Turn them over. Make sure they get saturated with that mixture. So give them a good head start. Okay, I'm going to let that sit for about 20 minutes. Okay, I dug a hole about, that's probably about 8 inches deep, I guess. It only needs to be about 6 inches deep, 8 inches if it's sandy. They recommend that you put about 3 inches of dirt on top of it, and then keep adding like every 2 weeks until you get up to ground level, and then go maybe 4 or 5 inches above ground level, so you have like a little mound, because it'll eventually settle. This is organic gardening soil, because this is the part of the garden that didn't have the wood chips before, and I've just started putting them on. So I'm just going to leave it like that, and I'm going to put just a little bit of the compost tea mixture on top of that. Now it's very important that you don't get tempted and start eating these spears as soon as they start coming up. You have to wait until the crowns are at least 3 years old. You could maybe get by on the 2nd year, but it's really the best to wait until the 3rd year, because when you let them grow, they start growing new shoots, new plants. And the more plants they grow, the more asparagus you get to eat.